Welcome to Guide Mia. Today we're going to talk about uploading files to a case through the Cympha agent. If you work with scanner exports, CBCT archives, or treatment records sitting on a Windows workstation, there's a faster path than dragging files into the browser. The Upload via Agent button on the case page hands the job to the Cympha Agent Manager, and the file lands on the case with a clear, machine-labeled entry in the activity log. In the next few minutes, you'll learn where the button lives, what actually happens when you click it, and how to read the little status lines that tell you why it sometimes doesn't work. Follow along on screen, or listen now and read the guide later. 3 ground rules shape this feature. First, it's desktop only. Upload via Agent only appears on real desktop browsers, devices with a mouse or trackpad that can hover. On phones and tablets in touch mode, the button is hidden, and that's deliberate. The Agent Manager is a Windows Tray app those devices can't run anyway. So if you're hunting for the button on a tablet, stop. Use the regular upload next to it instead. Second, you need the Agent Manager installed and paired on the same Windows workstation you're browsing from. The web app looks for the agent over a local-only connection on your own machine. There is no remote mode, no reaching an agent on another computer. Install and pairing are a separate one-time job with its own lecture. Third, this is a per-case action. Navigate to the case and scroll to the activity section at the bottom of the page. In the activity section, the compose row at the bottom carries a cluster of small buttons on the right, upload and upload via agent. Before clicking, glance right below the button because a tiny inline status line tells you what the app already knows. If there's no line at all, the agent is running and reachable, the happy path. Click away. An amber line reading agent not running, click to start, means you've paired the agent on this account before, but the Tray app isn't running on this machine right now. Clicking will try to wake it. A gray line reading agent not installed, click to download, means no pairing record exists for your account, so the app assumes you've never installed it. Clicking opens the install dialog instead. One glance, and you know which of the 3 stories you're in. Click Upload via Agent, and what happens next depends on what the web app finds on your machine. If the agent is reachable, a toast confirms it picked up the job, switch over to the agent, which brings its own window forward, or find it in the system tray. If the agent is installed but not running, Windows tries to launch it through the link the installer registered. You'll see a brief starting your Agent Manager message while it's given a few seconds to come up, and if it answers, the upload proceeds as normal. And if the agent genuinely isn't present, an install dialog opens. Here's the touch worth knowing. Follow the install instructions, start the Tray app, then press continue in that dialog. Your upload resumes where it left off. You don't have to click Upload via Agent again. Once the agent has the job, it opens a native Windows file picker, the real thing, with your whole disk in reach. Pick one or more files and click Open. The agent then hands the picked files to a small worker page that opens automatically in your browser, showing a status card with a progress line per file. A detail worth appreciating. The file bytes are transferred directly to storage. They don't pass through Cympha servers on the way, which is why large scan archives move at the speed of your own connection rather than queuing behind an intermediary. One discipline in return, leave that worker tab open until it says Upload complete. Closing it mid-upload aborts the in-flight transfer, and you'll be starting over. When the worker tab reads Upload complete, switch back to the case page and look at the activity log. Near the top, you'll find the new entry, your name, the file name, and then the part that makes this feature auditable, the suffix via Cympha agent, with the workstation's machine name in parentheses. That suffix is what distinguishes an agent upload from a browser upload by the same person. 6 months later, anyone reading the case history can tell not just who attached the file, but from which machine. If your lab runs several workstations, that's the difference between guessing and knowing. The activity log has its own conventions and its own guide, but this entry is the success signal for today's flow. File on the case, provenance recorded. One security note that belongs in every operator's head. The agent is paired to your Cympha account, which means anyone who can run the Tray app on your workstation can post uploads attributed to you. In a solo practice, that's a non-issue. In a shared lab, it's worth a policy. If the activity log ever shows you as the uploader of something you didn't upload, that's the mechanism. You have 2 controls. On any workstation you don't trust, use Unpair from Cympha in the Tray menu. That forgets the credentials stored on that machine. And from the account side, the Paired Agent section of your Cympha profile lets you revoke pairings. Pair freely on machines you control. Unpair ruthlessly on ones you don't. The failure modes, in the order you'd meet them. If the button isn't visible at all, check 2 things in order. that you're on a real desktop browser and not a phone or tablet in touch mode, and that the Case Pages activity section is actually showing its composed row. Read-only shared views hide every upload button, so on those pages there's nothing to find. If the amber Click to Start line does nothing when you click it, open the tray icon manually. The Cympha icon sits at the bottom right of the taskbar, and you may need the Show Hidden Icons arrow to reveal it. If the icon isn't there either, the Agent Manager genuinely isn't running. Start it from the Start menu, then click Upload via Agent again. If you get the error saying the Agent Manager couldn't be reached, the agent may have crashed, or security software on your machine is blocking the local-only connection between browser and agent. Right-click the tray icon and choose Show Window to see whether it responds. If it doesn't, quit it and start it fresh from the Start menu. If you open the file picker and then change your mind and canceled, nothing is broken. The job is silently dropped on the agent side, and clicking Upload via Agent again simply starts a new one. And if the worker page hangs at Sign In to continue your upload, that tab opened in a browser context where you aren't signed in. Use the Sign In button on that page, and the upload picks up where it left off. That's the whole flow: a button, a picker, a worker tab, and a labeled entry in the log. Once it's part of your routine, files stop making the detour through downloads, folders, and email attachments. They go from the machine that made them straight onto the case that needs them. If the agent isn't set up yet, the Install and Pair lecture is the one to watch first. It's a one-time, 10-minute job. And once the agent is on your workstation, it can do much more than uploads. The Cloud Monitor and File Monitor lecture shows how it pulls your cases down automatically and watches your scanner folder for new files. The written version, with every status line and error message, is at cympha.com. Docs, then upload via agent from a case. Subscribe if you'd like the rest of the series. Every Cympha workflow gets its own lecture. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.